Alright, so I don't even know how to start this video. It's been a month and so many things have happened and I'll try and catch up to them. So a lot of stuff has happened. I jot down a few lines of text on WhatsApp. Maybe I can use that as a kind of as a timeline because a lot of things happened. And so I left off the video where I was like talking about how I was feeling at work, how it was. My grandma just moved in, and I was talking about how I wanted to make the most out of this experience and everything. And yeah, I still had to do a few things here. And yeah, let's say I did some of them. And it was really fun. So let's start off. I don't even know. Let me check. Okay, so after the video, a couple of weeks later, my parents came in, so it was very cool. See my parents. They brought some food from there, and we spent some time. They got me to work sometimes, and they ate at a restaurant and everything. Nothing special there happened, to be honest. Then, yeah, I kept going out when it was my free day. My parents left, I think, at that point, and that's when I met a guy. I went to the beach like randomly. I was like in the afternoon. It was my free day. I was like, should I even go outside? Should I not? I was like, let's go to the beach. Let's see who's there. And luckily I did, because I went there. First thing I saw was this group of people playing volleyball. I didn't know who they were. I just went up there and said, "Do you need a player?" And I joined. And they were super friendly. Turns out, at the end, that group was formed spontaneously. It wasn't a specific group, it was like random people put together by this guy called Marco. So this guy, he basically sets up the volleyball, like the beach volley net, and invites people over to play. It's fucking amazing. And I was like, I saw them. I just went up to them and asked them if I could play. So I did. And after we played for a bit, we stopped, and I started talking with the guy who set it up. Turns out we have a lot in common. We have been through similar things in life, I guess. Have been in similar spaces in the past, and yeah, I really like his mindset and everything. So we got along pretty well. And yeah, that's how I met one of the biggest friends I made here so far. And that is something. Now, at work, meanwhile, the things that I think are going better, probably. I got along with the manager, like the guy who's my age, basically, pretty well. Also the colleagues, I get along with them pretty well. Except, I mean, the kitchen, but that's the another like can of worms. And other than that, I'm getting along pretty well with everybody. Hold on, I wanna close my door, because I think I'm annoying my grandma. If I wake her up, I don't wanna disturb her. Although there is the fan there, so I don't wanna close the door anyway, because I don't wanna make too much noise. Yeah, so work is getting better, and so let's get to the important things, and I don't want to waste any more time. So one day I was walking, and yeah, as usual, lots of people, and at a table were sat a mother and a daughter. And I looked at this like daughter. I don't know why I look at her. I probably like she had a very big frame, like her shoulders were fucking massive. It caught my attention, okay? And I passed by the table a couple of times, and I kind of liked that girl, okay? She had like a decent face. She looked extremely fit. So I jokingly said to my colleague, bro, I fell in love. I fell in love with a table 28. I was like, yeah, bro, like, leave her your number. Just, yeah, leave her. I was like, should I? Because, like, to be honest, deep down I knew I had to do something, okay? Because as I said before, I want to make the most out of the experience, and I know that I kind of had to get out of my comfort zone and do these kind of weird, funny things to, you know, experience stuff. So I deep down knew I had to do something. I just didn't wanna know what it was. And my colleague was like, bro, just leave her like a note or something. Leave her your number. I was like, should I? Should I? I kind of smiled, knowing I wanted to, but I didn't want to because it's kind of embarrassing, it's kind of weird. And he was like, bro, the pen is the paper is the go ahead. So I thought about it a little bit, and at the end I was like, it's fucking. Let's write the note. Meanwhile, then I'll see if I wanna leave it in the note. So I gather all my braveness, my courage, and I write the note. I wrote something like, hey, I I wrote like, hi, I really like you. I don't have time to write something nice. But tomorrow is my free day. If you know, hang out, text me, something like that. Okay. Um, I write it up. I fold it, and I don't give it to her because it was like, I don't know, it was too early. So I waited for them to finish. When they asked for the bill, I was like, can I give them the bill? So I was like, grab the bill, take it to them, because usually there is another person who gives the bills, and I asked if I could take it to them. I gave her the bill, and then I slid the note and said, this is for you, at the table. So I was at the table, left the check, and was like, hey, can I give you this? Or something like that. I don't know what I told her. And yeah, I walked away, kind of looked back, kind of afraid, and I saw like them like giggling or something. Maybe she read the note or something like that. Her mother surely read that, and yeah, like nothing happened. I didn't get text. The evening I was checking my phone, nothing, like nothing came through, no text. So I was like, you know what, I'm happy I tried. They went away, and I was kind of avoiding that area from when I gave the bill to when they went away. Once they went away, I was more calm. I was like, what I whatever is done, so I can go back. And I was generally like happy I did the thing anyway. I get no text in the evening, so I'm kind of like discouraged, but not like that much, because that helps me uh, strengthen the thing that if you fail, it's not that big of a deal. But the next day, I check my phone like 9, and I got this text from this random number. And guess what? It was her. So, yeah, she texted me back, and she told me like, "Hey, this is her name, and from the restaurant yesterday. I want to say like, I really appreciate the note. I think it's pretty cute, or something like that. And but I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm leaving today. We are going on a road trip to Sardinia, and I'm leaving today, so we won't be able to, hang out." I was like, you know what? That's cool. I really appreciate that. So we texted a little bit like how old she is. She was 18. Um, and yeah, turns out she did climbing. That's why she was so fucking huge. Um, Huge back, fucking amazing, man. She did climbing and I guess gym, and also something else I don't remember, maybe volleyball. Though anyway, she was very fit. She was very active, and honestly, I kind of like that. Yeah, she was very fit. Honestly, that's the level of fitness I can appreciate in a woman, because I don't like extremely like muscular fit girls. I guess she was like a good compromise. So that's how that ends, and that was the kickstart of my, I guess, I don't know, like how can I call that, character development fucking arc. Like, this was kind of the start of the it kickstarted my next, I guess, few weeks, may I say, because the next few days actually, I saw another girl. So let me clear this out. This After that note I left, I did not leave anything. So this happened like a couple of weeks ago, and since then I have not left many of their notes, maybe like two more. But after that, the note I left to her, a couple of days later, I was working again, and yeah. So what happened? I was taking the plates down to the kitchen and was walking on the street because, as I said in the last video, there is the restaurant and then there is the inside. So you have to cross the street in order to get to the kitchen and to the place where the tables are. So you have to walk. You have to cross the street, and that's a street where many people go through because it's like the main road along the sea. The sea fucking road. That's the thing. So every time I have to go to the kitchen, I have to cross the road where lots of people are usually. And while I go to the kitchen with my plates on on my arm, I'm carrying them. I go to the kitchen. I just look at the street and I see these like father and daughter. And I look at the daughter, and we cross eye contact like for a second, like half a second probably, and that's it. I go my way, they go their way, and but that half a second was enough for me to like grab my attention because I was like, I saw this girl and I was like kind of I like that. I like her. Okay, well, there was something, I don't know what it was. She really caught my attention. She was pretty fucking like pretty cute, to be honest. So I go down to in the kitchen. I leave my plates. I go back, and as I go back, I try and look in the street to see if they are still there. Because I was like, I don't have anything better to do, to be honest, when I walk back. So the only thing I can do when I cross the street is like look around. So I was looking around, see if I could see them again, and there they were. They were in the other like restaurant next to us, checking the menu outside. And as I crossed the street, I saw that and was like, yeah, probably they're looking for a restaurant to eat. So I keep doing my things, forget about that. And like 10 minutes later, two people show up at the door. Guess who they are? It's them. So the father and the daughter, and they wanna eat that. So I walk past I'm walking through like the outside area where tables are. How do you call that? Like I guess the restaurant. So I'm walking through the restaurant and going back, and I see them at the door. So I'm like, hell yeah, they came back. So they're eating here, and I have more time to, I guess, feel the atmosphere, see where this can go. So they go in, they sit down. I am running up and down, so I don't have much time to see where they are sat down. But I spot them. They're pretty in a very like central position, so it's pretty good because whenever like people go at the end of a restaurant, you can't really look at them because if they turn the back on you, you can't like really look at them. But they were in a very like central position, so it was very cool because I could look at them. So whenever I walked back and forth to the restaurant to see if there were any plates to take or to bring the plates from the kitchen, I looked at the table where she sat, and I look at her. Sometimes she looked at me, and that went on for a while, but it wasn't like very serious anyway. And I wanna um, reiterate the fact that she was pretty cute. Like she was really, I don't know if she was my type, but she was really cute. Okay, I really liked her. It was very fucking pretty. So I walk past, I look at her and everything like, and the more time goes on, like the closer we get to the end of the dinner, the more I guess we look at each other. I don't know how that really went, to be honest. I don't remember exactly. What I remember is that yes, we looked at each other a couple of times, and for sometimes for kind of like a long time, like 2 or 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and that was pretty insightful, I guess, because there's not a coincidence. It's not too much of a coincidence at that point. But like towards the end of the dinner, I remember that like sometimes, and I don't know if this was intentional or it was just a coincidence, but I saw her like turned around, and she was looking at me, while I was like behind her. Again, I don't know if it was probably was a coincidence. Again, I'm making stuff up, but I remember she was turned around and was looking at me, and I don't know if she was turning around to look at me or she was just turning around for whatever she was doing, and she also looked at me by chance. But it was, I mean, the eye contact was getting more and more permanent, like persistent, I guess, and yeah, I already knew from the point from the moment she entered the door on the restaurant, I knew I had to leave her a note, like the other girl I left the note to, and she was, to be honest, she was way better than the other girl. Like I liked her a lot more. She was, I guess, way prettier, and yeah, she was kind of a very pretty person. It was very cute, to be honest. So we kept looking at each other. And I was getting to the end of the dinner. I was like, I gotta make the note. So I go to the bathroom. I write the note. And I wrote something like, "Hi, I think you're really cute. I don't know. I think I just wrote, I think you're really cute. If you wanna hang out sometimes, text me, something like that." Okay. And fun fact, I wrote that. I went to the restaurant, and I I lost I lost the note. I don't know where it went, so I had to write it again. Turns out I dropped it in the kitchen. It was on the kitchen floor, but I got that from the floor, even though I wrote a second one. But yeah, that's a side point. And yeah, what happened is she, they had the desserts. They had the fucking alcohol shot at the end of the dessert, at the end of a meal. So like she's also drinking alcohol. She has to be old enough, and yeah, the bill has to come. So I go to them. They ask me for the bill. I go to the person who usually gives the bills, and I say, "Hey, can I take the bill to her?" And she says, "For sure, yeah, for sure." And I go. So keep in mind, what I'm thinking at that moment is that this is a Russian family. Why do I think that? She looked extremely Russian to me. I don't know why. She gave me like a Russian vibe. Her father didn't speak very good English, so I was like, this has to be like a Russian family, because that happens sometimes, And even the daughter, she wasn't talking much, so I was like, probably she's Russian, like kind of a Russian shy girl. I don't fucking know. She gave me Russian vibes, so I was like, I'm not even sure they can understand English. So I wrote the note in English, and I was like, who knows? So I go with the bill. I go to the table, and I'm like, this is the bill. And then I turn to the girl and I say, "Do you speak English?" And she goes like, kind of giggling, "Yeah." Not giggling. She was kind of smiling maybe, and she says, "Yeah." And I say, "Okay, this is for you." And I give it the fucking note. Oh my god. Yeah. I immediately, turn around, go my way, and man, I just act like nothing happened. I didn't just leave her a note, and everybody fucking noticed. Fucking hell, my colleagues noticed, the neighbor next to them noticed, and everybody was talking about it. I think at least I noticed, like, so my colleagues were like, "Oh, do you leave her a note? Do you leave her a note?" And I was like, "Yes, I did." Everybody saw that. Even the restaurant next to us knows you left her a note. Like, was kind of messing, taking the piece. They were kind of messing with me. I knew that, but I don't know why they were talking to the table next to them. I don't know if it was they were talking about that or something else. But yeah, she surely, her father surely saw the note. So I guess he thought it was pretty funny, and yeah. Anyway, I kept doing my job, and kept working around with the plates, and she was looking at my colleagues, kind of laughing and giggling, and I don't know if I ever, like, after that, I don't know if I looked at her again for too much. Maybe I did, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. And the problem is that they stayed like a good 10 minutes after I gave them the ticket, sorry, the note. So it was pretty awkward, because I thought as soon as they pay the bill, they're gonna get the fuck out, but they didn't. So they stayed 10 fucking minutes, and I had to endure the fucking presence of the two of them after knowing I left her a note where I, it's kind of a, it's not cringe, it's not embarrassing, but it's kind of, it's kind of awkward because it's like, it's like proposing to someone. It's kind of, it's kind of, you're making yourself vulnerable to rejection, so it's always kind of scary. But the reason I did that, even though I knew it was gonna be a little bit scary, was the same, reason. Hold on. So the reason I did that is because I know for a fact that if I didn't do that, after how pretty she was and after all the eye contact I went through with her, I knew that if I didn't leave her the note, I would have regretted it so fucking much. So fucking much. Like the time I didn't talk to the Russian girl at the theme park, that was a big miss as well. So after that, I understood how regret was way more painful than rejection. And as much as it is a cliche phrase, and you probably heard it before, it can be further from the truth. And so yes, I was like, I gotta leave her a note, no matter what. Even if I think it's kind of embarrassing, I have to leave her a note, and I did. I'm pretty happy I did, because that same night, she texted me and was pretty nice. She told me basically. Oh, by the way, when she left, so after 10 minutes they left, and I was taking plates from the kitchen to the restaurant, and so they were like, I was crossing the street and we were already on the street on my left. So I turned to her, and she turned around and she waved goodbye like this. She was smiling. It was the fucking prettiest, like most fucking, how do you say that, was the most sunny, like was the most like bright, vibrant smile ever. Maybe like, it was so cute, man. She was smiling, so happy, and she was waving goodbye. And I was like, I couldn't wait because I had my plates on my hand, so I probably did something with my head. I got into the restaurant and started walking, but that was a really cute moment. So she waved goodbye. I didn't know what it meant, if she was into me or not, and but I was happy. I left her the note. Pretty happy actually, and yeah, that's gonna be it. So what happened after that is I finished work, the shift, and I went with my friend the Marco guy. After the shift, I went to meet him. It was like around at night as well. He was hanging out in the city, and I met him. I met with him, and as soon as we met, we talked a little bit. I checked my phone, and yeah, it was a message. It was a message from this random number. And like you see the preview on the message, you don't see the whole message, but you see like the first part. And the first part, like, of this message from this unknown person said like, hey, it's me. And I don't know how it exactly went, but what I remember was that it was clear that it was the girl from the restaurant, but there was also a but. There was like a caveat. As soon as I turned on my WhatsApp, as soon as I entered WhatsApp and I saw that message, I was extremely ecstatic, but also kind of frustrated. And I remember, like, because I read that, like, the way the phrase was going led me to believe like there was a big like but, and was like, we are not gonna be able to meet each other. So I read it. I was very happy, at the same time very upset. So I basically fucking threw the phone I kicked my phone away, and just like an impulse. And yeah, after that I grabbed my phone back from the floor, and I was like, let's look at the message. I opened the phone, and this big message, like big, not long message, but kind of lengthy message, basically saying, hey, it's me from the restaurant. Thank you so much for leaving the note. I really appreciate it. And she was like, I also think you're very handsome, and I'd love to, hang out. But unfortunately, I'm leaving in 2 days, and tomorrow I can't really, meet you because I'm all day busy.
Oh. So, first off, super happy she even replied. I shoot my shot, the shot landed, and she thought I was handsome and she wanted to hang out with me. So that's even better than the girl before. Better in the meaning that meaning like her message was cooler, she was more direct, and she also was prettier, so it was better in any way. And yeah, so this was the thing. She wrote me, she told me she was into me as well, but she had to actually, she was busy the day after, and the day after tomorrow she had to leave. So it's kind of a situation, I guess. So we texted a little bit, I don't know about what, and the next day I told her, hey, yesterday you told me it was gonna be hard to meet each other, but you didn't say impossible. She was like, but I think it will be hard to to hang out because tomorrow I'm busy. I was like, you said it's gonna be hard. I didn't say impossible. Let me know if you're down to meet up today. So this is the day after already when she was supposed to be very busy, and she was busy. She had to do a boat trip. I was working, but I told her that, and she was like, okay, I will let you know. And let me open the door because it's kind of automatically open. That's great. Anyway, she told me, sure, I'll let you know, and she did let me know indeed. At around like in the evening, I checked my phone, and she was like, hey, at what time do you get off? And I told her around midnight. So yeah, she basically told me she would be able to meet, but she couldn't stay long, like, because she had to go away at like 1 in the night. So I was like, you know what, that's fucking works, I don't care, as long as I can fucking see you again. That's totally fine. And yeah, so that goes my first, I guess, scheduled date of the season. Um, Hold on. I don't know if my grandma woke up. Okay, something outside. Yeah, so there goes my first date, I guess. Short date, because I got off pretty late, especially, I don't know why, but that day I got off extremely late. Fucking hell, man. The only day I wanted to go away sooner, it was the day that I had to, the fucking customers were there for longer, and we finished very late, later than usual. So late that I was like, I don't want to even eat dinner here, because if I eat dinner, I'm gonna waste too much time, and I'm not even gonna see her for like half an hour. So I was like, let's skip dinner. Who fucking cares? There are better things to do right now. So there was actually a pretty good dinner there, but I had priorities, so I was like, I'll go home. And it was like around 11:45, 11:50. I did a fucking speed run to my house. I got into the shower, I changed, and I went out and I told her, let's meet here. And so we met. And yeah, damn. So when we met, uh, I was thinking. So I don't know if this was what I was thinking. The first time we met, the first time we dated, or the next time, which I'm gonna get into. But I remember like thinking about how I was probably idolizing her at the restaurant. So when I was gonna meet her again, she was not gonna be as pretty and as beautiful as I remembered, as gorgeous as I was imagining and picturing in my head. So I was kind of thinking that as soon as I saw her again, by the way, so super cute. So she went to the place. She was a little bit early, earlier. She went there earlier than me. So I arrived and she was already there, waiting for me, and I was so yeah. As soon as I got there, I walked up to her. At least I saw a figure in the distance. I thought it was her, and it was her. We met each other. We hugged, I think, and we introduced ourselves, and we started walking. We were like, we didn't have a specific plan. But immediately after meeting her and talking to her, she actually talked good English. Didn't expect that. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, um, she was not Russian. She was German. So yeah, she's German, and I thought she was right. She was German. So yeah, it turns out she speaks very good English. Yeah, so we talk, and she's very outgoing. She's easy to talk to. She's in like a stone wall. She's pretty, picks up the conversations, and it was pretty easy to talk to her. And but she was also very, I don't know, like her behavior was very, how to describe it, like uh, sweet. I don't know, like I really liked that. The way she talked was very soft, and I don't know, maybe I don't know, man. To be honest, I have no fucking clue, but I really liked it. And so I was talking to you about how I was imagining, like I was probably um, idolizing her. I Yeah, idolizing her in my mind because I saw her at the restaurant. I was busy. I was working. I was tired. Maybe I was thinking, maybe if I see her again, she won't be as beautiful. As soon as I see her, she was as beautiful, if not more beautiful than I remembered. Man, she was fucking pretty, and that's when I realized, and that's when I officially declared, I guess, the fact that I was like I pulled a fucking 10, man. So even at the restaurant, when I left her, when we were looking at each other, and I left her the note, I was like, I'm like, I don't know, she's really pretty. Like she's a 9 out of, if not a 10 out of 10. Like she's fucking pretty, man. She's the kind of girl you see with a dude outside, and you're jealous of that dude because she's going out with her. So I was like, as soon as she texted me and she told me I was gorgeous, I was super excited. I was super happy because she reciprocated, and I was like, man, I did that. I pulled a 10 basically. But when I confirmed the date and I was physically out with her, this day is when I, officially understood that I did it. I went on a date with a fucking 10. She was so fucking gorgeous. You have no idea, man. I was surprised, I was like, how is this possible, man? How did they manage to do this? Like, I'm not like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm ugly. Like, I'm kind of cute, to be honest. But at home I never do this stuff. I don't have the chances to. I don't have the chances I have here to date people. So I'm not saying it is impossible for me to pull these kinds of girls. It's just that the way I was living before coming here to Sardinia wasn't allowing me to even get close to people like her, and I wasn't getting the chances. But right now, I have the chances because I'm working at a restaurant and I am in a place where I know nobody, so I can just do whatever the fuck I want without consequences. And this allowed me to, I guess, go on a date with this beautiful girl. And yeah, that is like the moment we were walking together. I felt so like I felt like the guy you're jealous of when you see him walking with a gorgeous fucking girl, with a 10 out of 10 girl. I was that guy, and I was so fucking happy, man. I was walking along with one of the prettiest girls I've seen that day, I guess, even that week, that month, this season, to be honest. She was fucking pretty, man. So, yeah, I felt like I pulled a 10, and I was very proud of it. And yeah, that was pretty cool moment. Really boosted my self-esteem, I guess, in the future as well. I feel like this showed me that I'm capable of, attracting pretty girls. I'm not that ugly, because I have to get used to the way I look now. I'm way different than before. I'm way more, I guess, attractive than I was 3 years ago. My facial features are growing, and my facial features are growing. My face is getting, I guess, well, sculpted. I don't fucking know, man. I'm just better than before, so but I still have the mindset of the guy I was before, because I've not dated a lot. Even after my glow up, I've not dated, so I don't have the mindset yet, and this is helping me like develop that mindset. So I'm very fucking glad. So that's kind of the thing about that. So how did the date go? To be honest, uh, uh, could have gone better. Could have gone better. Meaning, we walked. I talked to her. She was pretty chill. There was something missing though. You know, I guess I didn't remember how to talk to girls in order to get them excited and to have fun, I wasn't interviewing her, don't get me wrong. But I still, I mean, yeah, I asked her some questions and we talked about our stuff, but there was something missing, okay, that kind of, I guess, not romantic, but kind of, not sexual, but there was something missing about like playing with her. I wasn't playing with her, I wasn't having fun with her. And at the end of the day, we both liked each other, we knew that, so, but none of us were doing the right moves in order to escalate to the kiss, for example. But it was fine. It was the first day. We had just had like 40 minutes to stay together, and then she had to go. So it was a very short, brief date, but I was super happy because it was better than just looking at her, falling in love with her looks, and then never seeing her again. So I was super happy anyway because I was able to see her face again and talk to her. So she went from being the figure in the restaurant, which I really liked and texted me back. She went from that to the actual, like, a person I actually met and talked to and know a little bit about and spent some time together with, what? Spend some time together, yeah, with. I don't know if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, she went from that to that, so I was very glad and happy. So I can't complain. And yeah, so I was very very happy again because I saw her again, and she didn't leave basically without me seeing her. Hold on, no, wait, she didn't leave so that I didn't see her. You get the point. Like, I was very happy to see her before she left. And that's how the date went. We didn't kiss or anything. We joked a little bit. Like on the way back, I probably was the only time I kind of played with her. Basically, I told her some bullshit. I told her like she was scary or she was like ugly or something, like I'm gay, something like some just stupid, like about like probably Nazis. I don't know, man. Joked about like dark humor, and she got along with that pretty well. And we were having fun and we were like joking about that, and that's when I remembered that you have to kind of do that with girls. You have to like treat them as your fucking niece. Treat them like they're fucking little girls. I know it sounds like strange, but that's the truth. So that's how the date went. We went home. We said goodbye. I brought her to the place she was staying at, and yeah, we hugged, said goodbye, and see. She was like, "Let's see each other again. Yeah, for sure. When I come to Germany or something like that." That's how the date went. So after that, I met again with a friend, the Marco guy. He was around as well, and he was like, "Bro, did you do the kiss or slap thing?" And I was like, "No, I didn't. But it's actually a fucking good idea. So I kind of regret not doing that." And then I'm there like on my phone on her like WhatsApp, and I'm like, damn, what do I do now? Should I text her that? Because I couldn't meet her again. She was like done. So I was like, no, let's fucking do it. I don't give a fuck anymore. So I text her, kiss. Oh, I forgot to ask you, kiss or slap? Even though it didn't make sense because she wasn't there to slap me or kiss me. So, but I was curious. I was just, I like the way the date ended. So I was like, hey, kiss or slap? She was like, kiss. mm. And that's when I realized, we both liked each other. We both wanted it at the end of the day. So, but yeah, we just didn't do it. So, but it was fine. I mean, it was the first date again, very short date. So, I was okay with it. But it was a pretty interesting message. And we texted a little bit after that, and she basically told me um, a very cute message. She told me like, "Oh, by the way, I really enjoyed the time together we spent together, and I know it was sorry if it wasn't a long time, but that's all I had, and I'm very happy, and you know, I don't know, she had fun or something like that. She was happy about meeting me, and was like, that's very cool, that's fucking sweet, and I think that as well. It was very cool meeting you. Very happy about that, and yeah, we finished it off there, I guess. And we kept talking a little bit, and she told me that she was gonna leave the day after, but maybe there was a chance you could convince her dad about like going back here in Calagonone and then leaving, like before leaving, like spending one last evening here. It was like just a very random thing, I didn't even like consider that to be the case. uh, Turns out a couple of days later, so the way we finished the convo was like, if I come, I'll let you know then. Okay. A few days later, three days later, I was working. I checked my phone, and there was a message from her. And it was like 10 in the evening, and she sent me the text at like 7, so it was like kind of late. I read the message, it was like, hey, are you busy tonight? Because I'm here, and I know, are you busy? Can we meet, or are you busy? I was like, no way in hell, man. I'm not busy. Trust me, I'm not busy. So the day I'm like, that's I was so happy. I was like, yes, another chance. I've got a second chance. Like, God listen to me, because I was like, I didn't really like. It's like I didn't like the date, but I knew something different could be done, and I knew if I had a little bit more time, maybe I could have, with a kiss or slap thing or anything fucking else, could have pulled something off. So I was like, yeah, should just fucking meet. So I do the things I have to do. I even leave a little bit earlier that day, to compensate for last time. I'm like, hey bro, can I, to my manager, I was like, hey bro, I did my things, can I leave now? I'm not eating anyway, even though there was meat. I was like, I'm not eating, I have to like do something. And he's like, oh yeah, yeah, sure, go ahead, leave. And it was pretty early, like, was that, it was like 11:20. So I leave, and yeah, I go home, I take a shower, I don't eat anything, I just take a shower, I change, put the same clothes last last time I saw her. And yeah, I go in the car, and I say, yeah, I'm ready, let's meet there in like 10 minutes. So I go there, take the car, she's already there. Right, no air now, no fan. I'm gonna get pretty hot. Anyway, I go there, me and my car, I park the car, I walk, and there she is. She's at the back. Fuck, man, I gotta close the doors. She's at the bench, waiting for me, and she's sat down. And fun fact, when she, hold on. So fun fact, when we dated the first time, we were joking about how, like, she really liked the way I approached her. I approached her with a note, because in Germany that you don't do that. Like, it's very cold, she says. It's just like, look, some catcalling. So there was that topic in the first date. So immediately after the first date, I was like, as soon as she told me she may come back, I was like, I want to learn a catcalling phrase in German, so I can, like, as soon as I see her again, I can like joke about it. Like, that's the first thing I tell her, I say to her, without even like saying hi to her. I just catcall her, just to to make, just to be funny, okay, just to like it's something fun and to mess around, you know. So I start calling my German friends and uh, ask them how to pronounce basically a catcalling, and I basically know German now. The only thing German I know is how to catcall. So it's like, hey Suse, like I don't even remember it now. Anyway, that's I learned that, and turns out I was going on a date with her again, so it was like perfect timing. And I saw her at the bench. I got close to her. I immediately like try and tell her the catcall phrase. I kind of failed, and we basically hugged before I could even finish the catcalling. So I got close. I started like cat. She saw me, and as soon as I did the hey Susa, she was already standing up, and we were about to hug. So I wasn't able to really finish the catcall. Anyway, it was pretty cool. Anyway, nice try. And yeah, we were like, where do we want to go? Do we want to go like that way where last time? Do we want to go that way? So to the port. So we choose to go the other way. And we walk, we talk, I guess. And this time I am more playful. I'm bantering a little bit more, joking with her a little bit more, making fun of her a little bit more, okay? I'm doing like fucking, hey, hold these, and I do like this. I wait for her to put her hands up, and I, you know, hold her hands and like pull her a little bit on the stairs, and she's, we are talking about like pushing each other, anything like that. A little bit more playful time, and we get down to the beach near the port, and we're walking on the beach, and we're like, I'm like, do you wanna get in the water? She's like, what I was expecting a clear cut no. She actually was down. She was like, actually I have my swimsuit on under the, under this dress. So I was like, no way. I was like completely unexpected to me. I was like, I'm down. I mean, I was actually down to do it. I didn't have a like a costume, but I had my just fucking pants. No, not pants. I had underwear, so it was like, it's fine. So we got to the end of the beach. We set our stuff down. We were kind of hesitant to jump in, but at the end we decided to go. She had to like tie up her long hair, and unfortunately that was the only day I didn't have an elastic band on my wrist, so she had to improvise a thing to tie her hairs, and but she did manage to do it. She didn't want to get her hair wet, so we jump in the water. She strips. She takes off her clothes, and she has a swimsuit under that, so I take my clothes off, I'm in underwear, and we start going in the water. We take the wrong path because we were way too much at the end, and there were too many rocks, so we step back, go in the right direction, a little bit further than our staff was. We get in the water, and she starts talking about how like she's scared of like some fucking fish on the bottom of the sand that kind of stings you or something like that, or like sharks. She's afraid of sharks. We're just messing around, we're just like joking, and she jokingly says, I'm gonna swim now because I don't want to touch the sand. So she starts like floating in the water, and she is holding onto me. And when she does that, I'm like, I see an opportunity here, and I take it. So I basically grab her and kind of hold her. I hold her by the legs and the shoulders, and I'm like holding her like this. So yeah, I started like walking around with her on my like this, and that was a big like breakthrough for me because I really like contact, I really like physical touch, and it was a good way to break the ice with that. And she was fine with it. I mean, she was pretty happy.
And at some point in that walk, I kind of got a boner, so I was kind of trying to not get her too low because didn't want to like make her notice, I guess. Yeah, anyway, there's details aside. We started walking, we started talking, we started like saying some fucking random like racist jokes and talking about stuff and yeah, fucking Hitler, anything like any random fucking stuff. Okay, black. It was like a black rock. She was scared of it because she was black, and I was like, yeah, I was joking to her. I was black, so she ran away. She came back. I hold her again, and I don't know. We were talking about something about like Hitler. If he'd killed himself or not, and she was talking to me about like, oh no, he shot. He shot himself in the head, but she told that in German, so it was in the something. And I was looking at her. We were very close. I was holding her, so her face like was very close to mine. There were like a few moments where I kind of wanted to go in for the kiss, but I was hesitating, and we were very close. I mean, I could feel some kind of tension, but I wasn't too sure. So I waited a little bit more. I waited a little bit more. I don't know when, but at some point, talking about Hitler probably. We were close. We looked at each other. I was looking at her eyes, her mouth, her lips, and I don't know if it was at that point that we kissed or like a few minutes later, but I was making it clear that I want to kiss her. I was like looking at her lips and her mouth, and I was looking at her. Maybe like a few seconds of silence, and then we leaned in. I don't know if there was a person who initiated it. I think it was like it was both ways maybe. Anyway, we started kissing, and man, that was a scene, man. It was a fucking scene. I was holding her. We were in the fucking water at night. I was fucking holding her like this, and we were kissing. It was so romantic, man. And I want to be clear. So I have kissed probably 3 girls before her, 2.5. Yeah, like one I've kissed pretty well. The second one as well. The third was like a short kiss which I didn't even like, so I stopped that. Yeah, like a club in Spain. But the first two kisses were like cool, and I liked them. I'll be completely honest. That kiss I didn't really it wasn't like the most anticipated and like happy kiss of my life, for the simple reason that I was doing too many things. When I was holding her, I had to be careful not to get her head wet, and I had to like I was trying to like get my hand behind her head to control it better. I was trying to hold her. I was in the water and I was kissing her, and I was worrying about too many things. It was kind of it was stressful. It was a pretty nice kiss as well. I mean, I was happy, man. I was fucking enthusiastic because I was kissing a 10 out of 10 girl, and nothing can take away from that. So it was pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I've talked about this segment for a while now. Let me see how many things I have to say after this. And yeah, that was a thing, man. That was a man. This video has turned into a rom-com fucking video. Rom-com video, yeah. It's fucking full, man. It's kind of late. But I'm talking about the date. So yeah, that was it. We kissed for a little bit, like for 10 seconds. Then we stopped. Then we looked at each other again. And so one thing I really liked about that moment is that when we kissed, we maybe like stopped for a second. And when I looked at her, the expression she made, it was so satisfying. She smiled, but it was like a happy smile. It was like a very like giggly. I don't know how to explain. It was a very cool smile. So we kissed, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, stopped, and I think I can. I'm not sure if I
I'm not completely sure this was the case. I think I remember her smiling, stopping for like 1 second, looking at each other, and I think she was smiling. I'm not completely sure about this, but I think she was smiling, and at least this is how I think I remember it. So, kissed her for a few seconds. I looked at her. She was smiling. Go for another kiss, another like 6 seconds, 10 seconds. Stop again, and like the way she was so fucking pretty, man. And yeah, the kissing stopped at some point, and probably was like 30 seconds total, 20 seconds total. Very intense moments. I really, yeah, it was very cool. I was like so like fulfilled. And then yeah, we stayed in the water for a little while. No kissings after that. And then we got off the water because she had to dry herself to get back. And yeah, we went out. We talked again, and she talked German. I talked Italian to see how it would go, and I was hypnotized by the way she talked German. She was so quick with it, and I don't know the way I don't even know what she was fucking talking. She was talking about some like random stuff. I understood some words, and I was talking random nonsense, and but when she was talking, I was like so hypnotized. It was so fucking cool, man. I tried talking in Italian, but the only things I could, I could fucking say were like, I'm hypnotized by the way you speak. Yes, voice is so fucking beautiful. I can't even like talk about anything else. Like I was saying, wow, like, but she couldn't understand what I was saying, so it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. So we started like, what did we? I don't remember what we did, but we talked for a little while about stuff, and then we started heading back home. So yeah, I was barefoot. She took my shoes and started running. It was very cool. I actually really appreciate that moment because we were on the street. I was about to get my shirt on and my shoes on. I set my shoes on the street. I was trying to put my shirt on, but she grabbed the fucking shoes and started running. It was such a fucking cool thing she did. So I started running. I got to her, and I don't know why I didn't grab her. I just went in front of her and stopped her. I didn't like physically grab. I probably should have been a little bit more physical with that, but it's cool. I get my shoes back. We start walking, and yeah, we said goodbye, and do like a like short French kiss, and yeah, we say goodbye, and yeah, we go away. But it doesn't end there. So I get home. We text for a little bit about how the night went, the impression she made to me, like what I told her, like what I thought. She was really like genuine. I really liked her, the way she reciprocated my jokes and everything. It was very fun, and I wish to see her again. And which, by the way, I'm probably going to Germany in October, so I will probably see her again because she's from Berlin and my friend is from Berlin, so we are gonna be in the same city. And yeah, but it doesn't end there because I did something very cool. So I wanted to like leave a good impression on her, and what I did was I wrote a note, the same way I met her. I wrote a note. It was like 3 a.m. I wrote a note, and I with like some references about the dates we had and the compliments I made to her, and I drove back to the place she was, and I left it outside of her camping thing, like the outside of the premise of the fucking borders of the camping stuff, with a rock on top of it. The rock was also kind of special because it was the rock I got in Morocco. but I still didn't give it to anyone because I was like a souvenir. I was like, I didn't know who to give it to. I was waiting for someone important enough to give it to, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity because I wanted to buy her like a necklace or like a bracelet, but I didn't have enough time because it was like so um it was so improvised. Like I didn't expect her to come that day, so if I had another few days, I probably would have bought her something just in case she came back. But she came back pretty like sooner than I expected, so I didn't have time to buy her something. So I decided to give her the rock. I put it on top of the piece of paper, and thankfully the wind didn't blow it away because there were strong winds. So I drove back and I sent her the video. Hey, I left you this note here. So when you wake up, basically, you can go grab that. And sure enough, she does end up doing that, and she's super happy. She tells me like it's just extremely like cute, like romantic and sweet and everything, and it's fucking amazing. And she's not gonna forget me now. Basically, is what she says. And yeah, that's that was very cool. I was very happy she kept that. So she sent me a picture of the note and the rock, and she told me, I'm gonna keep this. Oh, and by the way, when I made the note, I also sprayed some perfume of mine on the note, so it kind of had my smell. After an hour, she sent me the photo. She also told me like, "Hey, it smells like you. I like it," and so I was also happy about that because she noticed the smell of the note. Yeah, I felt really fucking showing the rose, the GIF, because I did all that, and the note, the special rock, the fucking perfume, man. There's so many things, man. I felt very romantic, and to be honest, let me tell you why I think I'm doing all of this for this girl I met for like 2 times. Not having the chance to date many people, I've bottled up so much, I guess, will to make people feel special, I guess, because I've not had a chance to do that with other people. So whenever I have the chance, I guess I give it all out, all of the stacked up romanticism, I guess I've not given to anybody else. I think I am kind of spraying all over now. Didn't make much sense in English, but you get the point. So that's why I think I was so passionate. Anyway, that was it, and she was very happy about that. I think the last text was about that maybe, and yeah, it's been a week now, and we have not texted each other, and I honestly have some thoughts on that as well. But I wanna wait until tomorrow to text her because. So here's the thing: I would love to text her, but I also know that it's usually not good to text someone that you're not really physically seeing. It happened to me a couple of times, and it always ended fucking awfully and in a painful way, and I don't want to do that again. At the same time, though, I know how good it feels to text a girl you like, man. I really do know how good it feels. It's a great, like, like, I don't know, it's a good emotional support, and it's very dopaminergic, it's very fun, it's very cool to do. So I really like her as well. Like, she's fucking cute, man. So I would love to text her, but again, I don't know, I don't want to like force it, Also, she's not texting me, so, and I don't know if she's not texting me because she does just, so the options are three. One, she just doesn't care enough. Two, it's not her culture slash, I guess, character. It's not in her character to text guys. Maybe she prefers like the physical version, and maybe it's not like the culture that is not like texting every time. Like in Italy, it is like In Italy, if you meet a girl, you just text her a lot. Maybe in Germany it's different. I don't know. Or maybe the third option. So first one is she doesn't care. Second option, just not it's just not her thing. And third option is like she knows. She also knows that texting is not healthy, and she's avoiding it. Or maybe she doesn't want to force the conversation with me. Maybe she wants to feel like important, so she's waiting for my text. I don't know. That's always a chance. And yeah, tomorrow I think I'll text her because I want to see how she reacts. One thing I wanted to say is that when we texted, I remember talking about. She basically told me like she was kind of embarrassed to admit that, but she was like, she asked me the favor to not approach other girls the way I approached her, so it kept like so it was like it remained special, and I get that. I think it's pretty cute. It's a pretty sweet request and something I can absolutely do. She was like, I don't care what you do. Like the way I understood it was like, I don't care if you date other girls, just like don't do it the same way you approached me. So it remains special. And I was like, okay, that's the thing. I'll keep this promise. First of all, are you also gonna give me special? Like, are you also gonna like keep some of me special? She said yes. I'm not gonna meet a random guy in Ireland again, which I don't know what it means, to be honest. Maybe she is gonna date someone else. I don't know. Anyway, that's one thing. And but I was like, okay, let's do a thing. I'll keep this promise if you text me in a week from now. And you tell me. I was like, but you have to tell me what you made me say in German, because when we were walking back, I made her say something in Italian, and she made me say something in German, and I have no idea what she made me say. I was very curious. I asked her, but she wasn't telling me, and it was like, I am a, because the German was like, she was like, can it be a phrase? And I was like, it can be a phrase, and she made me say like, ich ich bin, and then something. I don't remember what it was. So it was like, I am, and I don't know what it was. It was like a very convoluted word, like a very low volume word. It was like, I don't know, man. It was like like next uh like it was very like low tone. Like I don't remember what it was. It was like, okay, listen, I'll keep the promise if you text me next week, like a week from now, and you tell me what you were talking about. And she was like, no, I will never tell you. And I was like, okay, I kind of like that, because I also don't want to know what she made me say. But still, I told her that, and I don't know if she got the memo. I don't know if like she understood what I was talking about. I don't think she did, to be honest. I don't think she will text me tomorrow, but tomorrow will be the day of where we will know for sure. So if she texts me, bro, if she texts me, it's gonna be crazy for me, because I totally don't expect her to text me, because it was a very random thing I mentioned in a chat. Like, text me in a week. I don't think she will do that, because like, I don't know why would she, like, so I can keep the promise. I mean, I don't think she meant it that much. I don't know, I just feel like I don't feel like she's gonna do that. But yeah, like, we still have to talk about so many things, man. Like, she doesn't know anything about my beef jerky business. She doesn't know anything about my channel, about my life, anything like that. So I feel like there are so many things we can still, talk about. And yeah, that's the moment of truth. So tomorrow is gonna be the day where I know if she's like gonna text me. If she doesn't, I will text her. I don't care. I will send her fucking a video of me petting a cat, because we talked about that, and she was saying the cats here were not as friendly. Okay, so that's that, and it's been an hour. Fuck, I just had to make this video because too many things were happening and I had to catch up to all of this. So I think I did a good job up to this point. Let's try and wrap other things up before I close the video. So that is the dating arc of mine, and it was very fun. It was very fucking fun. I'm very happy still now, and I'm looking forward to do more things like this. So that's how it went. Then she actually went away, and yeah, at the end of the day, we will probably see each other in October. I already asked my friend if we could go in Germany in October, and he was like, he was down because he's free in October. So yeah, it will be cool maybe. Yeah, honestly, I'm really looking forward to that because she's fucking pretty, man. Thing is, I don't have a picture of her, but she posted like a story on Instagram, like story a few days ago, and it was like a full-on like face reveal. So I screenshotted it because she doesn't have posts on her Instagram, and the highlights are not even like, she doesn't show her face much. So there was like a story where she showed her face, and I was like, I gotta screenshot this because it's probably the only picture of her I see, and I don't want to forget her face. Because I don't know, if I feel like if I do forget her face, I will start morphing into something else, and I wanna have a reference to say, hey, this is her. Don't forget, she's a 10, okay? So yeah. Yeah, that's kind of that. That kind of wraps the things up for that topic. Then after that, I kept hanging out with the guy, Marco, guy I knew at the beach, and we had many things in common. One thing I love about Marco is that it just like it doesn't give a shit. He's very like on self-improvement, and especially on the changing your mindset thing. Like, he's gonna cold approach girls with no problem, and he's the most unhinged person I know, man. And I love it because this is exactly what I was looking for in a friendship. The problem at home where I live usually is that my friends are so fucking like stuck on that, like on the socializing part. They're very stuck, and I can't fucking know anybody in my scene, like my area, because we are just a very enclosed group, which is cool. I like them. They're very like friendly and awesome people. But if I guess to expand my friend group, like my social side, I can't really express that where I live because my friends are not very social and we don't do anything too social. This is not happening here. This is quite the opposite. This guy is unhinged, man. He will go and approach any fucking body. Again, he's the guy who brought Nat at the beach to invite people and play with. So just to give you an idea of how much he likes to get new people to know him, I guess. So we often like get together, and on my free day we just hanged out together and went to the beach and knew some people. And lately what's going on is that at night we are meeting, like after I finish work, we go on in the city and we just lap, and if we see a group of people, we just usually he approaches them and we start, I guess, hanging out together. That's very cool. This happened a few times. We knew a couple of groups of females. Like, yes, a few days ago we met this group of French ladies, and yeah, we hanged out with them. Another time they met, I wasn't there, but they met like these girls from Italy, and we hanged out a couple of times. Nothing too crazy happened, but still very cool. I mean, again, even if nothing happens and it doesn't escalate, I'm still very happy I am able to meet new people. And yeah, this friend of mine, this Marco, is a really good key to that. I'm getting tired. I wanna keep talking about this topic because I'm really passionate about. I'm very grateful, to be honest. about this friend. I want to talk more about him, but it's like it's 4, and like it's 4. Look at the time. I don't know if you can see, it's like 4:16, and tomorrow I have like to wake up and go to work. So yeah, I think I'll close the video soon. But yeah, just wanna say I'm fucking thankful for to have known this person. We also like had some pretty cool moments. We went to the all you can eat together. Last week we went to the like it was my free day, I think. We went to the beach, and on the way back we were like, let's go to the restaurant. Actually no, it costs too much, so let's eat at someone's house. And we realized like we didn't have anything to eat, so we asked like a group of at a house that were cooking, having a cookout. We asked them if they could join, total strangers by the way, and they were like, we have the meat counted, so we cannot do that. So, and we're like, no problem. So we were kind of desperate, and what we ended up doing is that we noticed that the supermarkets were still open. So we jumped into the supermarket, got some meat and eggs. We went to my house and we cooked the steak and the meat, and we ate that. So we had this moment. We ate together, cooked together, and talked about stuff in my house up here. And we it was a very pretty cool and intimate, no homo, like it was a pretty cool moment spent with a friend. Really loved it. I really vibe with him. He's very cool, and again, he's exactly what I needed in my life right now. A very outgoing person who is completely unhinged and can take the he can take the rejections, and he's okay with it. I have a lot to learn from him. So yeah, it's kind of that department, I guess. This also comes with some less interesting evenings. Like yesterday and today, we hanged out with this group of females, which they were kind of boring, to be honest. Today I came before making this video. I was just with them and another friend of mine, which I have not talked about yet. But me, this guy, and these 4 girls were hanging out. I wasn't really looking forward to this evening. I just wanted to go home and sleep, but I still didn't want to refuse the opportunity to spend some time with a friend and 4 girls, even if they are not down to do anything special. But yeah, I spent some time with them, and then we went to a place to look at the stars. And I honestly still I was very hesitant. I didn't even want to go, but my friend convinced me to take them to the spot, and I was like, okay, let's do that. Yeah. So I wasn't like, I would like to talk more, but I'm too fucking tired, man. Anyway, the point is that I'm also having these nights where I'm I'm not enjoying it too much. But to be honest, it's still way better than what I was doing before, which I wasn't enjoying my evenings at all. So I'm still glad. On a final note, man, I still miss the fucking German girl. I really liked her. Anyway, my next free day, which is in 2 days, I will be hosting a cookout. So we will go to the river and eat some good fucking meat, and hopefully I can meet some fucking body to go with, and hopefully we can, because I've met a few people, but some of them are not really like, I still have to know if they come, and some of them are not really replying. No, actually it's not like that. It's just that I met a few girls as well. I got the Insta of one of them, but she still hasn't accepted the friend request, because I don't think she uses Instagram much. She uses Snapchat. Anyway, I'm not even sure who to go with except Marco. Marco is the only safe bet for now.
we'll see the options. Maybe tomorrow we'll go out and we'll find somebody to go with the day after. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, that's kind of it. I would like to make this video longer, but I'm honestly tired and I have to wake up tomorrow, so let's see, man. Tomorrow I also want to text the girl. Yeah, man, I miss you. No, I don't miss her. I mean, it's not that serious, but yeah, I really enjoyed. That was like one of my biggest catch so far. So I know if it will happen again. She was a pretty fucking good catch. I don't know if I can replicate that play, man. She was fucking gorgeous. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I talked a lot. I kind of hopefully caught you up to where I'm at with my head. And yes, my schedule right now is kind of fucked because I am basically working, coming back home, going out, sleeping and working again. Usually I woke up earlier and then did something and then go to work. Now I am using all my night to hang out and then I sleep as little as I need to wake up and immediately go to work. So tomorrow we'll wake up and go to work, and it's already late, it's like 4:30 in night, so I will have to wake up in like 7 hours, a little bit less maybe, and yeah, hopefully I'm not annoying my grandma upstairs. Hopefully she's sleeping, man. Yeah, I would like to talk about my diet, but that will take, what I changed in my diet, but it will take too long. Maybe next time. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of my experience with the dating situation. I know how much time I will have to spend to upload this video. It's a pretty long video, like an hour and a half, but I had to catch you up. I had to get you to where I am now, because it's been a month. Lots of things have happened, and I barely probably scratched the surface. There are probably so many things I not talked about just because I didn't have enough time to do so, and I forget them. You know, I should do these videos more often to catch up when the things are fresh, and now they're old and I don't remember anymore. So I guess I told you the most important things that I still remember now. So yeah, that's gonna be it. See you, bye bye. Now I'd like to end this video on a cold note. I guess that's it. Yeah, anyway, you're enjoying this right now. It's kind of exhausting. You still have a month and a few days to go until your contract ends, and then hopefully you're gonna enjoy some freedom. And anyway, I don't know where you are at now with your life when you're watching this, and I hope, as always, I hope everything is going well. Hopefully you are doing the beef jerky thing or something else in life that honestly gives you fulfillment. And yeah, see you next time. Maybe something good will happen, and hopefully I have a good story to tell next time as well. So yeah, see you, bye bye.